Bam. KMS version 1.2.348. The definitive version of the Tespia notes that we checked a little bit less than a week ago. Like, what was it? 5-6 days ago? You know, the one where the Phantom skill was all purple and shiny and pew pew pew? That one, yes, with all the attack speed. Remember that one? Yes, that one. We're going to check what is making it into the game, what is not making it into the game, and then doing some speculation on how that's going to affect us in GMS when it does come to the game in probably 4.5 to 5 months. Let's check the video out.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
GM 노리입니다. 5월 20일 업데이트 소식을 안내해드릴게요.
오, 업데이트?
블루밍 포레스트에
블루밍?
찰랑이는 봄바람이 불어오니 조그만 정령이 춤을 추기 시작합니다.
Oh shit. Stepmania minigame.
45분에 도착하는 초대장을 받고
Invite.
조그만
Probably every
정령을
15,
따라 함께
every 30
춤을
minutes at
춰보세요.
15 and 45.
이제 주간 보스 처치 시 드롭되는 위시 코인을
Okay, that is a big ore drop. Hard to miss.
크기를 키우고 주간 획득량을 모두 달성한 경우 스크린 메시지로 안내되어 더욱 쉽게 위시 코인 획득 여부를 확인할 수 있습니다.
주요.
어빌리티 난이도 개선을 위해 등급 하락이 없어지고 등급 재설정 비용이
Alright, the new
감소되었습니다.
costs. That seems like that was copied over.
옵션 종류와 옵션 수치 순서로 난이도를 개선해 나가겠습니다. 루시드의 폭탄 패턴의 발동 시간과 데미지가 좀 더 정확하게 적용되고 1인 플레이 시에도 극복할 수 있는
Why showcase it on a dual blade who
방법이
could just miss the bomb?
이 노말 루시드는 악몽의 골렘과 독버섯이 고정 데미지가
Alright.
아닌 일반 HP로 변경되었습니다. 또 특정 제네시스 무기 해방 퀘스트를 2인 이하 파티 플레이로 완료할 수 있도록 개선하고
Party play,
일부 직업 스킬의 공격
for
속도
liberation.
증가, 일부 액티브 스킬의 패시브화 등
attack speed and
직업별 스킬을
passive.
수정하였습니다. 그 외에도
New effects.
용사님께서 더욱 편하게 플레이할 수 있도록 다양한 내용을 개선했습니다.
High transparency and item description.
확인해 주세요. 5월 21일 오전 10시부터 5월 25일 오전 10시까지 레이디
Oh.
블레어의 드림 익스프레스가 진행되니까요.
Isn't she the Sunny Sunday lady? Oh no, okay. Cash up.
이벤트 놓치지 마세요.
Oh, cash up transfer?
선데이 메이플도 잊지 마시고요. 앞으로도 빠른 개선을 통해 보다 쾌적한 메이플 스토리를 만들어 나가겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
고맙습니다. Okay. So, we'll check what made it in, but it looks like a lot of stuff made it in, but I already heard a little teaser that we might have to wait a little bit longer for the changes for a reboot when it comes to changing the damage to final damage. Because apparently that is not as easy as they thought it was going to be, you know? Like dropping healthcare. Who knew healthcare would be so complicated? Nobody knew, dude. So, changes from KMST version 1 to... Oh! Looks like Max is doing our work for us and actually put the changes, the specific changes, already here. Amazing. Okay, so reboot improvements. The reboot passive percentage damage boost will be kept the same as it is currently. We're preparing the reboot passive improvement with the goal of implementing it in the June update after additional testing. In addition, we will review the regular monster's HP and experience multiplier to see if there's anything that we can change. What does that mean? Ruh-roh. I don't know if I like that specifically. It's a little bit ominous, but okay. At least we know in what direction we're gonna get swung, or might get swung, I guess. Little yikes. Okay. Event improvements. Blooming Dance Party's difficulty has been slightly decreased. The number of dance moves and stages have been decreased in the end from 12 to 10. Oh, wow. Putting on the kid gloves. We reviewed the test world's Blooming Dance Party play patterns. We saw that a lower amount of people reached the higher stages when compared to previous events, so we have adjusted the difficulty to make it a bit easier. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, good shit. KMS Reboot was writing because final damage changes the mobbing damage loss overall, so it actually got harder in Cernium. Really? Oh, for mobbing, right. Huh. That's crazy. So the 100 and... 140% damage that they have is lower than their 65% final damage for them? I would have thought it would be slightly the same or more, but I guess. Skill error fixes. The following patterns can now also be defended against by Mihail's Royal Guard and Adele's Ether Guard. Pierre's Falling Hat and Vellum's Stalactite Pattern. Wait. Oh, okay, so the guard skills are going to become dark side, basically? Huh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, certain jobs. So we're gonna do like the little side-by-side thing here. And I'm gonna assume that a lot of these things are gonna be very, very similar though. So we'll go over those really quickly. Well, actually, I won't even go over them if it's exactly the same. Because, you know, otherwise we'll be here forever. Maximum level for mastery has been increased from 95 to 99. When was that? Currently, only Kinesis applied mastery up to 99%, while other classes were restricted to 95. I thought 90 was the max for pretty much everyone, and then combat orders got you just over 90. When expert type skills at their skill levels increased by things like combat orders, the mastery would not be increased past the limit, so we have increased it. Huh, so there are classes that get to 95 without combat orders, and then with combat orders go from 95 up to 99? Okay. Bow booster... the same. Oh, after image shot was changed a little bit. So the active effects damage has been increased from 800% to 1200. Okay, and the cooldown increased from 30 to 60. Oh, cool. So they made it 50% stronger on top of doubling the cooldown, which is not necessarily a nerf because you want it on the cooldown to get the passive effect while it's on cooldown apparently. After a shot, it was inconvenience every 30 seconds to activate the passive effect, so we've alleviated this by increasing the cooldown. What did they say here? Oh yeah, they just said it more verbosely here. Okay, so after mid-shot, another little bit of booster. Alright. Cannoneer, that looks like the same. Dawn Warrior changes going through without a hitch. So your entire Dawn Warrior burst just went up from 30 to 40 seconds, and Styx crossing during Elysian does not consume MP anymore. Interesting change. Pinpoint Pierce, debuff duration doubled. Phantom, lots of Phantom changes. Looks like these all went through exactly how they wanted. The same percentages. So instead of boosting the Misfortune protection, you're now boosting your stolen skills. Good stuff. Double check the blackjack changes. Let's see. Oh, that looks like it went through exactly as well. Okay. Uh-oh, what is this? Yeah, 8 to 1200, bounce, 1 to 3. Yep, that all went through. Okay. Cool. Some big phantom help. Crossroads of Destiny. Oh, they changed something here. You can choose between walking the path of light and path of darkness. However, the story cannot be changed and will proceed with your initial choice. You can only use this skill in towns. You can press the escape key for selection of the UI. It's not affected by cooldown. Oh, okay. So people are trying to use it apparently to change their pre-quest. Okay. Devil-Cry action delay reduced. Okay. And then the keen changes that, you know, don't say all that much to us since we haven't even played the class at all yet. But it seems like a bit of buffs here and there. And then that last skill, lots of numbers there. Let's double check. Agony decrease 15 to 5, 20 seconds to 10 seconds, 180 to 90 seconds, 195 to 200. Okay, 950 to 1200. That's all staying the same. So changing Grip of Agony to be able to be synchronized with skills better. And from a 180-second huge burst skill to a 90-second one instead. That's just always helpful to, you know, increase your overall damage output for classes like this. Duration goal damage decreased. Yep. 0 changes. Not 0 changes for 0, ironically. Buff freeze will now apply for the toggle, and the critical band will no longer bind the critical ones. Okay, that's staying the same. Okay. They're ruining the lore every update. Alright, so most of those skill changes went through pretty much unscathed. I'm thinking for these, this is probably all gonna go through somewhat exactly, I'm guessing. This is more something that, like, these changes, it doesn't come out like in 6 days of playtesting, like what should change here. This is more like after a few months of testing, it's like, oh, we forgot this one thing, or this one thing could be done a little bit better, and then they patch that later on. It's typically not something that in a test server gets adjusted, I don't think. Resurrection logic, blah blah blah. And this is about the easy and normal golems and mushrooms taking normal damage. You saw that in the video, right? The bomb pattern changing. The bomb's damage has been decreased from 199% max HP to 180% max HP. Ooh. Okay. Which means, 40. Hang on. Oh no, I need the other one. What? No. Oh yeah, so you need 40. So if you have 45% damage reduction, you can tank a bomb yourself. That's not bad. It's like as a Dune Avenger, if you have Frenzy on and you time your blast correctly, you're good. Yeah. So quickly to recap, I guess the bomb changes. So if you get the bomb debuff, everyone gets the bomb now. So everyone knows immediately, like, oh, bombs are going on. You still share the explosion damage with the people nearby you. If a bomb goes off or kills someone, it doesn't jump. Well, let's start with the beginning. So damage you take will be decreased based on the number of allies nearby. If there's no party member nearby, then you can stand in one of those little orbs you saw, right? One of those little doorways, those like little black holes that look into another dimension, like you saw in the video. And then that will count as another person being near you. It doesn't count. It only counts if you're alone. Like if you have 2 people and you're near a thing, it won't count for 3. It only counts from 1 to 2. And then the bomb damage has been reduced. And then, yeah, that's the memories, blah, blah, blah. That's what I just said. And then when the bomb explodes, it'll no longer spread to other characters. So it'll no longer, as long as it kills someone, or if you iframe and you're near your party members, it won't jump to another person, creating like a fucking loop of bombs going off everywhere. And just a cascade of explosions. That's, that part seems to be gonzo now, which is nice. We've reduced the inconvenience by applying the remaining time and distance to party members more accurately and have changed the pattern so that it can be overcome even when soloing. Chance open restoration quests, so that we saw that in the video as well, right? Oh, we forgot a developer note in the KMST patch notes. Let's read it now. Agenda's weapon liberation quests were designed to have the maximum difficulty in single-player format. But depending on the boss monster patterns, there were big differences in relative difficulty when soloing them. So we have tried to ease their difficulty by allowing party play with limited conditions. To prevent drastically changing the difficulty, you can only participate with party members who are on the same mission, and you will receive a final damage reduction of 50%. So that's going through completely like I said before. Then, inner ability. So, you know, the only benefit is your synergy of your team, not like crazy damage and crazy getting carried or anything. So this is what your inner ability is going to look like. The tier is going to have the color, and then all of your lines are going to have the corresponding color of the tier that they're in. And then they're adjusting the cost of rolling. Which means for GMS that if you are, and I don't know the exact numbers, but it is lower. So which does mean that if you are currently in a inner ability that you aren't settled in for life yet, it's not your end game ability, and you do want to go to a different inner ability later down the road, and you are going to be playing this game for the super long game, it is probably best to just sit on your current inner abilities, skip any kind of inner ability reset events that are going on right now, and wait until this change goes through, because your ability, your honor experience will just be worth way more, because it'll represent more rolls and more chance of getting the inner ability that you're looking for. So now when you reset the ability, the rank can no longer go down. That of course decreases the cost of rolling it on mules a lot as well. And therefore you also don't need to lock your ability at all anymore. And when resetting, the chance to increase rank from epic to unique has been changed from 1 to 2%, but the cost has been doubled from 100 to 200. So on average, it still costs the same amount. Well, on average, it's still cheaper, right? Like per roll, it's the same amount. But since you can't go down at all anymore back to rare, the average cost, of course, is not nearly as high anymore. And then reset cost at unique is 1.5k. So we'll still use circulators to get to legendary. And then once you're at legendary, the roll costs seem very high here, but they're actually higher now. Even if you lock the same amount, this is lower. So in general, honor experience is going to be worth more after these changes. You hope they fast track it in Neo. If anything, like they can't fast track this into Neo, right? Neo is literally in 2 weeks. Well, no, not literally. In about 3 weeks. And this just came out in KMS, which is 4.5 months ahead of us. So very low chance that this is going to make it into Neo. Maybe the update right after Neo or something. Example is that let's say you want to roll Mezzo on your main. You should roll that with half inner ability in a few weeks and then wait on the new one for months. Yeah, so if you're settling, if you check the inner ability command and you're trying to go for the best in slot inner ability for your class or approach that, if that's the main move that you're planning to make, hold off until that for these changes. If you're just trying to have a temporary inner ability, like maybe just grab attack speed +1 because you need it for your class, or getting Mezzo obtain or drop rate because that's useful all the while you're up training, something like that, you can definitely go for those and use the upcoming 50% off inner ability event to do that. Neo divided in 3 parts. KMS tends to split up their big events, their big updates, into more pieces than GMS does. GMS tends to consolidate those. The method of resetting ability lines will remain the same. The first line will be the same rank as the ability, and the second and third line will be set based on the probability of the ability rank. Yeah, very high ability chance to just being rare or epic at legendary, by the way, for the second and third line. I think it was 10% chance to be unique on the second and third line. The reset costs have been changed as follows, and you can no longer lock lines at epic rank, which you probably shouldn't be doing anyway. We're planning to improve the ability system step by step. Oh yeah, so as a result, the expected amount of honor required to go from rare to legendary has been decreased by about 15%. Mainly because you can go down. But I wonder how much it went down by if you exclude going from unique to legendary. I don't know if anyone rolls that. You want to circulate that always. It just makes more sense. Then this change is off the table for now. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Okay, this looks exactly the same. Yep. The big ball changing in size. We already saw that in the video as well. The extra clarification on items for more transparency and more consistency on item naming and item description. They might have added 1 or 2 items to those lists. Nope, not even. They got everything. Oh. Current hair and face color. Oh, they didn't have face color in the preview before, so they added that. Okay. Probably for completion's sake, a good addition. And then here in system options, a new option has been added to choose the AutoPad HP. The maximum amount shown has been changed to 95% to match the current logic. Ah. Oh, you can actually see the percentages now. Cool beans. Oh, you can heal at 100%. That's probably a good thing. Otherwise, all of your potions will just get gulped up immediately. You're not doing anything, and the pet is like gulp, 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 gulp. She starts swinging him down. The Maple Union, Maple Legion, yes, yes, that's all the same. Cool. Error fixes, skill fixes. Cool beans. Blink related errors. Why it's still called Blink is a little weird to me though. I thought they would rename it, but skill defense against attacks could not defend against Ursus' frenzy pattern or Varys Hilla's soul thread pattern. Oh. So the Royal Guard and Adele Elder Guard defend against those two and against the ones we mentioned before. Okay. Keep him on level. Keep him leveled. Got him. Beautiful. Beautifully leveled. Paladin's Smite. So that's talking about the effects and the staggering of the bosses when you bound them when they were already bound, and how that was not something that they wanted to have happen. The wording to be more clear, to be clearer. Wait, did he rewrite the whole thing? I hope he just copy-pasted from his previous work. It's your work, Max. You can copy it. You know that, right? No need to redo the whole thing. Wow. Okay, none of this seems to have changed at all. Except right here where I'm looking now. Evan, where the client... Oh, he went from fixed to fixed. Nice. He fixed the word fixed. Isn't that a happy little coincidence? Oh, there's something here. Performs. Oh, you got that one too. But there is a difference here with the mechanic. Okay. Metal armor. Oh no. Wait. The fuck? Oh, here we go. Oh, they added something. Okay. Fix an issue where the client would sometimes stop for a short period of time for yourself and other party members in the same map when a Jaguar was summoned or a Jaguar skill was used. Well, I don't run with a Wild Hunter, so I'm not 100% sure, but if that's a common occurrence, then that's probably something that needs to be fixed, yeah. Okay, everything else here seems to be in order. Attack. Oh, damn, he he corrected all of his mistakes. Look at him. Proofreading through. Oh, and then here we have another addition. Ilium's reaction time things the ability to reaction skills would attack at the same time as the previously activated skills, and the cooldown reset would not be applied for a short period of time afterwards. Okay. So it seems like a very minor specific Ilium thing. I don't know if Iliums were using this for anything in particular. Kaiser hitbox fix finally. Wait, really? File configuration may change that the hitbox for the left and right directions is the same as regular mode. Oh, right. So you're not a chode anymore, basically. Chode class, no more. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but cool. Well, almost. We almost got it, chat. Victor Ursa's entry world. Zakum. This looks the same to me. Awkward locations. So now we're at the point where you can no longer bind this guy in alarm mode, because apparently that desynced him and made him do a bunch of attacks at once, which you obviously don't want to have doing, because it actually made the boss fight harder than it was supposed to be. Dusk in fear mode. Oh, darkness mode. Warning attack would deal damage faster than the effect. Cringe. Monster summon. Oh, there seems to be more text in here. Bounty hunting. Demon illusionist. Fix an issue with Choo Choo Island's chief Bird Shark, Chief Krillia, and Krillia. They did not have their headbutt attack. Oh no, wait, we already had that. Oh, it's the last thing. Fix an issue in Polyomphredo bounty hunting where if monsters' experience exceeded 2,147,483,647, you would not acquire experience. Wait, how high a level must you have for the monsters to go that high? Doing Polyomphredo portals at level 285? Maybe it becomes worth it then again. I don't know. Small Ilium buff if they have cooldown skip, I guess. But I thought it was more a bug fix for something that was good now if they had cooldown skip, but they took that away or something because it was unintended. And that's how I read it. Oh, Smilly, you looking for a map? There's a chance to find an LH6 map right now? Yeah, that's gonna be tough. People 5, 10, 15 prepping like Doom preppers. Alright, the quest changes. This looks all exactly the same. Oh, yeah, with the 100% scroll, remember that part. Maps. Hidden Street King's Hideout. Oh. Okay. That's all the same. Cool. No maps added. Item changes. Oh, some changes down here. Character's arrow may increase the maximum limit of speed and jump to 100, and you can send inquiries to correct your equipment and customer. Oh. Oh, okay, so that part where you can't contact them anymore for that, guys. Sorry. It's over. It's over. You ogre? You there, ogre. Oh, some extra stuff here. The tooltip for certain rings sold in the Blooming Personal Coin Shop have been changed. The Cosmos Ring Complete Exchange Ticket will now display the completely enhanced item, and same with the Vengeance Ring, or the Vengeful Ring for us. Fix an issue in Reboot where if you use the Dimension Invades loot, you could receive 30% and 70% glove attack scrolls. I've never seen these, but apparently people have that. Why was Mesocap a 23-bit value? A 30-bit value? It was for the longest time. Wait, isn't it a 16-bit value? I don't even know. Notice has been added to the spring pinwheel. Oh no, 32, yeah. Items description starting it can be equipped over all weapons. The perfect kinesis package and heaven seal sets awkward notice sentences have been fixed. Okay, fixed issue where Pathfinder could not use illusion step mastery books. Oh. That was the thing apparently. Okay. This is all exactly the same until here. etc. etc. Okay, this is all just a copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. All right. Nothing extra here. All right. So now we get into the actual event. Of course, as always with a KMS event, everyone has to look like a pale, sick pajama person. That is apparently the look to go for. You have to look like you're on death's doorstep. All blood has left your face. And you're perpetually on your way to bed or just getting out of bed. 18th anniversary Blooming Forests. Hit us up. The 18th anniversary for KMS has arrived, so this will probably all be reworked, and all the 18s will be scrapped for 17s. And this will be our next year's anniversary event. So of course we will forget all about this by the time it comes back next year. But like we did this year, when the holiday season is upon us and when the patch notes come out, of course I will come back to these patch notes again, and we will have a rehash and a more in-depth view again of what is coming exactly, so we can start preparing. But like I said, that's got to be like 11 and a half months from now, so. Look at that. Blooming. Oh god, this is hard to read. Is that a D? Then je. What the fuck? This is like impossible to read. If you can barely read Korean, these fucking balloon animals are not doing it for me. Beautiful. Hello? This time with the animation. If you watch all my videos, this is probably the 6th time you've seen this video, but look at that. Look at those beautiful spirits. Dance party? Oh, dance party? Oh, that was supposed to be a P? Oh, shit. This was supposed to be a P? Does this not look exactly like this, but the other way around? I thought this was going to be like an us, uat. But like saying that is like, that doesn't sound Korean at all, so that's got to be wrong. Okay. Run from May 20th to June 16th. Oh, that's quite short. Is that only 4 weeks? No, May. Yeah, April, May, June. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, only 4 weeks. Huh. This one we had right now was 6 or was it even 7 weeks? So that's quite short. Maybe there'll be a part 2 though. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a post. Maybe there'll be an after party. Oh, a blooming after party, guys. Lore. Okay, so you have the mini game with the arrows that they made easier every 15 to 45 minutes, like I thought. Small Spirit will show off its dance moves, and then you will have to repeat it. And then the further you go, the more points you get. Or you can OTL it up. All right, and you get points. 50 blooming points per arrow key you input. Okay. You can participate in the game if you have reached your daily limit of blooming coins, but you'll not be able to acquire additional coins because you reached the limit of points that you can get. Lady Blair's Dream Express event. Yeah, so this is the cash up transfer event also, which they announced. Remember, they announced that they were going to have those way more often. And then that's it. Okay, so the 18th anniversary is upon us. It's just blooming dance party, and then just press arrow keys for points, and then that's it. Okay. That was a big anniversary update. It seems like they are giving a little bit more advanced warning. Never mind, they're not. Only on this one. 1+1 Star Force enhancements. Wait. Not up to 10? Just 1+1? Wait a minute. Max, did you forget the part where it says up to 10 stars? Because if not, this is insane. You guys ready for some 23-star gear? Is our path to 22 star? You're gonna have people. I mean, this is probably just like, you know, forgetting the second part, but you're gonna have people unironically start forcing 22-star gear so that they can fail, so they can go from 21 to 23. It should be implied. I'm gonna assume it's the normal up to 10 stars. If it wasn't, this would be crazy, and there probably would be way more people talking about this. But you know, we can have that in the clickbait title. 1+1 Star Force event? Question mark? You know. Okay, so most of the stuff went through. Sadly, again, no percentage final damage change for Reboot. Still no change on that. So we're still gonna have to wait for that. So yeah. So the big things we're still waiting for is boss reward revamp, either in June or September. June for the changes to to the Reboot multiplier, and then a bunch of other stuff from the player conference, and then September for the 64-bit client and a bunch of the other big stuff. But you know, all the attack speed stuff went through, most of these skill changes went through, some of them went even a little bit further than what they said. So all in all, I think it's pretty solid, getting everyone's attack speed in line and stuff like that. Boss changes that I think are pretty good boss changes, and then just a lot of fixes for issues, which, you know, you want your issues to be fixed. So all in all, I think a solid patch. Really getting more and more excited for the June and September patches, because with all of the stuff that for the players conference that they're working on, that they're trying to implement, this has to be good in KMS. Like, these have to be solid patches in June and September to recuperate that player confidence and to show that they are putting everything to work, you know, taking all of the advice to heart and putting it into the game, and you know, taking everything seriously. So really going to be interesting the next 3 to 4 months in KMS to see how all of that is going to be implemented, and you know, how it's going to be received by the KMS community as well. Because, you know, if the KMS community hates something, they might just take it out and then we never get it, you know. So the downstream effect is super real there. But yeah, let me know what you thought about that and what else you are looking forward to in upcoming patches. And I'll add this to the command, of course, so you can always find it through the chat. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.